those wings they used to soar. Now it's Max who evens the score. The car's not prime, the rivals grin, but he still finds a way to win. Max Verstappen, king of the fight, burning the track in the dead of night. Outruns the pack, leaves them behind. Fastest heart with a mastermind. Not the quickest car, but he still shines. Bends the rules, rewrites the lines. Max Verstappen, hear the roar. The champ who always begs for more. Monaco streets, Silverstone rain. He turns the chaos into his gain. A lion's soul, a warrior's creed. Speed's his drug, it's all he needs. They build the walls, he breaks them down. Three-time king still wears the crown. Max Verstappen, king of the fight, burning the track in the dead of night. Outruns the pack, leaves them behind. Fastest heart with the mastermind. Not the quickest car, but he still shines. Bends the rules, rewrites the lines. Max Verstappen, hear the roar. The champ who always begs for more. So raise the flag, let the anthem play. Max the Maverick rules the day. Through grit and guile, he's here to stay. A racing god in every way.
Well, Liam Lawson rolled into Red Bull's gates. Kiwi kid with dreams so great. 2 races in, he hit the wall. Max Verstappen wrecked him, y'all. He thought he'd shine, but oh sweet son, Max chewed him up like a 2-day run. 2 races and a teardrop, that's all he got. 5 faster than a jackrabbit shot. Max destroyed another teammate. It's plain to see from Ricciardo to Lawson, he's a one-man spree. Daddy Rick tried with his big old grin, but Max spun him out, said I always win. Gasly and Albon, they took their turn. Crashed and burned, oh how they yearned. Perez hung on till his tires were flat. Now Liam's gone, imagine that. 2 races and a teardrop, that's all he got. 5 faster than a jackrabbit shot. Max destroyed another teammate. It's plain to see from Ricciardo to Lawson, he's a one-man spree. Red Bull barn's a lonely place. If you ain't Max, you're out of the race. Liam packed his boots, said I'm done, I reckon. Max just smirked, next victim's beckoning. The pit crew sang, he's too dang fast. Every teammate's a thing of the past. Now Lawson's back with the junior squad, singing why'd I think I'd beat that god. Max's shadow looms so tall and wide. Another teammate's pride just died. From Daniel Pierre, Alex Checo too. Liam learned what we all knew. 2 races and a teardrop, that's all he got. 5 faster than a jackrabbit shot. Max destroyed another teammate. It's plain to see from Ricciardo to Lawson, he's a one-man spree. So here's to Liam with a beer and a side. 2 races down and a wide-eyed try. Max keeps winning that Dutch tornado. Red Bull's second seat, a big oh no.
Like a shooting star, the engines roar, the tires scream. Fast as lightning, it's a dream. Speed and drama, every turn on NFR. The rubber burns, feel the thrill of every bend, where the champions transcend. day. Commentary sharp and loud, hyping up the roaring crowd. Feel the power at NFR, burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR, holy friend. Not Fernando calls the play on NFR race day. Commentary sharp and loud, hyping up the roaring crowd. Feel the power at NFR, burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR, holy friend. Deaf Queen, the top supporter scene, in the crowd where speed is keen. NFR, the place to be. Join the race, watch and see.
Lights out, engines roar. Sunday night, we want more. Speed kings racing on the track. Feel the thrill, no turning back. Drivers chase, the trophy gleams. 6 p.m., the race of dreams. Corners tight, they grip and slide. Feel the rush, take it in stride. SKR, we're racing high, burning rubber, reaching sky. Drama twists and turns galore. Speed kings racing, we want more. It stops fast, the team's on fire, chasing down their heart's desire. Highs and lows, we're on the edge. Feel the speed, no time to hedge. Rivalries, the fierce battle's fought. Every move, it's match or not. Lightning fast, they glide and weave. All the fans, they can't believe. SKR, we're racing high, burning rubber, reaching sky. Drama twists and turns galore. Speed kings racing, we want more. Rivalries, the fierce battles fought. Every move, it's match or not. Lightning fast, they glide and weave. All the fans, they can't believe.
Good evening, everyone. I'm trying a new mic tonight, so just let me know if you can hear me.
Well, gather round, folks, let me spin you a tale about a race car driver, George Russell by name. He's quick on the track, but don't get too excited, cause when it comes to greatness, well, he's not quite knighted. He's good, but not that great. Oh George, he's got the speed, but not the fake. Oh George, he looks like Woody from Toy Story, that's no lie. And when the race goes wrong, oh how that boy can cry. He's got the helmet, he's got the car, but when it comes to win, he's not quite up to par. He's got the look like Woody with a cowboy hat, but when he's in the pit, you'll see him shed a tear stack. Now don't get me wrong, He's got some skill, but when you're talking about the best, he's not in that middle. He'll race you hard, give you quite the fright, but in the end he's more known for his tears at night. He's good, but not that great. Oh George, he's got the speed, but not the fate. Oh George, he looks like Woody from Toy Story, that's no lie. And when the race goes wrong, oh how that boy can cry. So here's to George, with his heart on his sleeve. In the world of Formula One, he's got a lot to achieve. He might not be the champ, but he sure is fun. So let's give a cheer for George, our Woody on the run. He's good, but not that great. Oh George, he's got the speed, but not the fate. Oh George, he looks like Woody from Toy Story, that's no lie. And when the race goes wrong, oh how that boy can cry. So here's to George, with his heart on his sleeve. In the world of Formula One, he's got a lot to achieve. He might not be the champ, but he sure is fun. So let's give a cheer for George, our Woody on the run.
In the quiet lanes of Silverstone town, folks are whispering about a boy falling down. Got a seat from his daddy, money's the king. Driving that Williams ain't like riding free. Tires spin, engines roar, but the podium's far. His wheels hit the gravel, now there's damage to the car. Got the world at his feet, yet he fumbles the lead. His dreams race away, but he's not in the speed. Daddy's money, daddy's ride, crashing dreams, nowhere to hide. Bought him a name that can't buy a skill. Lance keeps trying, but the track's all uphill. Now he's got his own team with a famous name. Aston Martin's the brand, but it's still the same shame. Every corner, every turn, the crashes unfold. Dreams wrapped in carbon fiber, truth left untold. Paddock folks shake their heads with a sigh as the green car spins and the hopes run dry. No matter the funds, it's a harsh game of pain. $1 million toys can't shelter the rain. Daddy's money, daddy's ride, crashing dreams, nowhere to hide. Bought him a name but can't buy a skill. Lance keeps trying, but the track's all uphill. Daddy's money, daddy's ride, crashing dreams, nowhere to hide. Bought him a name but can't buy a skill. Lance keeps trying, but the track's all uphill. Lance keeps trying, but the track's all uphill.
Gather round mates for a tale that's a laugh about a racer named Jack took an F1 path. Aussie lad with guts, but he spun that ride, crashed his dreams, now he's off to the side. Jack Gold Coast born with speed in his heart, Dad's a legend, gave him racing from the start. F4, F3, tearing up the scene. F2 king, living out his dream. Alpine shouted, Jack, you're our man. Gave him Ocon's seat, thought he'd lead the plan. But 25 roared like a roo gone wild. Jack's F1 hopes got wrecked in exile. Suzuka turn 1, pushing 8 and 5. Slammed that wall, car barely survived. Team radio buzzed, Jack, you still there? He's stumbling out, dust in his hair. Oh, Jack ain't coming back, he's done, oi, mate. Crashed that car, sealed his F1 fate. 0 points, left skid marks on the track. Frank goes in, and Jack ain't coming back. Miami Grand Prix thought he'd make a mark. Turn 1, lap 1 sent Liam Lawson to the dark. Penalty stacked, his license near shot. Speeding in the pits, fines hit the lot. Alpine's cash took a hit from a spree. Boss Solly Oak said, Jack, you're killing me. Franco Colapinto with bucks and a smile. Snagged Jack's seat, sent him back in exile. Fans online are cackling, saying Jack's a bust. 6 races, no points, mate, you're eating dust. Oh, Jack ain't coming back, he's done, oi, mate. Crashed that car, sealed his F1 fate. 0 points, left skid marks on the track. Frank goes in, and Jack ain't coming back. Jack swore he'd push like a dingo on fire, but his car's in scraps and his dreams retired. Back to reserve, just a spare in the shed. F1 chewed him up, left his hopes for dead. Jack with a grin and a cheer. Your F1 run was a wild outback steer. Aussie battler, you gave it a crack, but them crashes prove Jack ain't coming back. Oi, mate. Oh, Jack ain't coming back, he's done, oi, mate. Crashed that car, sealed his F1 fate. 0 points, left skid marks on the track. Frank goes in, and Jack ain't coming back.
He roared onto the scene, a rookie with a dream. McLaren's golden boy, fastest we'd ever seen. His first season was fire, left the vets in the dust. Won that championship in 08, man, that kid was a must. From Mercedes to the top, he was king of the track. Silver arrows in his hands, ain't no looking back. Oh, Lewis, you were flying, tires screaming in the sun, dominating every race, yeah, you won and won and won. But Abu Dhabi broke your heart, Mozzie's call still stings. Now you're chasing dreams in red, but your Ferrari ain't got wings. At Mercedes he was gold, stacking titles like a boss. Rosberg gave him headaches, but he still came across. Then Bottas rolled in, just a sidekick in the race. Lewis mowed him down with that champion's poker face. But then came 21, Abu Dhabi's cruel twist. Mossie's name's in his nightmares, man, he's still so pissed. Lost that 8th world title, it haunts him to this day. Now he's singing sad old blues while Max just drives away. Oh, Lewis, you were flying, tires screaming in the sun, dominating every race, yeah, you won and won and won. But Abu Dhabi broke your heart, Mozzie's call still stings. Now you're chasing dreams in red, but your Ferrari ain't got wings.
thought he'd rule the grid, but that Ferrari's like a mule, can't do what he did. The anticipation fizzled, now the critics all agree. Lewis, you're a legend, but your prime's history. Lewis, you were flying, tires screaming in the sun, dominating every race. Yeah, you won and won and won, but Abu Dhabi broke your heart. Mozzie's call still stings. Now you're chasing dreams in red, but your Ferrari ain't got wings. So here's to you, Sir Lewis, with your titles and your fame. You'll always be a hero, but this ain't your game. Trade that helmet for a Stetson, sing a country tune instead, 'cause your Ferrari's running on fumes and your racing days are dead. Engines roar on Monte Carlo streets, Lando's on pull, feel the heartbeats beat. McLaren's orange, shining in the sun. The Monaco dream, yeah, he's just begun. From Australia's win to this tight track, he's chasing the crown, ain't no looking back. 2 stops to make, it's the new game rule. Strategy's tight, gotta keep it cool. Leclerc's right there, hometown heroes fight, but Lando's got the fire to ignite the night. Orlando, Monaco king, pull to the flag, hear the engine sing. Fastest lap, he's breaking the mold. Norris takes the crown on these streets of gold. Monaco, baby, he screams to the sky. McLaren's on top, watch the papaya fly. Verstappen's out front, playing the long game, holding up the pack, it's a tactical aim. Lap 77, he dives to the pit. Lando breaks free, now he's leading it. Leclerc's in his mirrors, pushing DRS, but Lando stays calm, he's the boss, no stress. 2-stop chaos, teams play their hand. Williams and Bull stacking up the plan. Piastri's right there, teammate holding strong, but Lando's the star of this Monaco song. Oh, Lando, Monaco king, pull to the flag, hear the engine sing. Fastest lap, he's breaking the mold. Norris takes the crown on these streets of gold. Monaco, baby, he screams to the sky. McLaren's on top, watch the papaya fly. Flags, yellows, none came today, but the walls were close, kept the fear in play. Gasly's out early, Sainz pulls aside. Norris holds steady with his team by his side. Zach Brown's beaming, trophy in hand, 16 for McLaren, ruling this land. Oh, Lando, Monaco king, pull to the flag, hear the engine sing. Fastest lap, he's breaking the mold. Norris takes the crown on these streets of gold. Monaco, baby, he screams to the sky. McLaren's on top, watch the papaya fly. 3 points to Piastri, the title's in sight. Lando's got the hunger burning bright tonight. From Roscas to the hairpin, he carved his name. Monaco's his in the Formula One game. Lando, oh Lando, you've made it true. The Monaco dream now belongs to you. Max the Maverick.
He rolls to the grid, eye sharp as a blade. A storm in the cockpit, never afraid. Teammates tremble, they can't keep pace. Max takes the wheel, owns every race. From car to crown, he carved his way. A predator born to slay the day. The records fall, the doubters fade. A legend's forged, the price is paid.
Max Verstappen, king of the fight. tried their best, but Max just laughs, aces the test. He dances through corners, a devil's art, tears up the field, rips it apart. Red Bull's wings, they used to soar. Now it's Max who evens the score. The car's not primed, the rivals grin, but he still finds a way to win. Max Verstappen, king of the fight, burning the track in the dead of night. Outruns the pack, leaves them behind. Fastest heart with a mastermind. Not the quickest car, but he still shines. Bends the rules, rewrites the lines. Max Verstappen, hear the roar. The champ who always begs for more. Monaco streets, Silverstone rain. He turns the chaos into his gain. A lion's soul, a warrior's creed. Speed's his drug, it's all he needs. They build the walls, he breaks them down. Three-time king still wears the crown. Max Verstappen, king of the fight, burning the track in the dead of night. Outruns the pack, leaves them behind. Fastest heart with the mastermind. Not the quickest car, but he still shines. Bends the rules, rewrites the lines. Max Verstappen, hear the roar. The champ who always begs for more. So raise the flag, let the anthem play. Max the Maverick rules the day. Through grit and guile, he's here to stay. A racing god in every way.
Well, Liam Lawson rolled into Red Bull's gates. Kiwi kid with dreams so great. 2 races in, he hit the wall. Max Verstappen wrecked him, y'all. He thought he'd shine, but oh sweet son, Max chewed him up like a 2-day run. 2 races and a teardrop, that's all he got. 5 faster than a jackrabbit shot. Max destroyed another teammate. It's plain to see from Ricciardo to Lawson, he's a one-man spree. Daddy Rick tried with his big old grin, but Max spun him out, said I always win. Gasly and Albon, they took their turn, crashed and burned, oh how they yearned. Perez hung on till his tires were flat, now Liam's gone, imagine that. 2 races and a teardrop, that's all he got. 5 faster than a jackrabbit shot. Max destroyed another teammate. It's plain to see from Ricciardo to Lawson, he's a one-man spree. Red Bull barn's a lonely place. If you ain't Max, you're out of the race. Liam packed his boots, said I'm done, I reckon. Max just smirked, next victim's beckoning. The pit crew sang, he's too dang fast. Every teammate's a thing of the past. Now Lawson's back with the junior squad, singing why'd I think I'd beat that god. Max's shadow looms so tall and wide. Another teammate's pride just died. From Daniel Pierre out of Checo too. Liam learned what we all knew. 2 races and a teardrop, that's all he got. 5 faster than a jackrabbit shot. Max destroyed another teammate. It's plain to see from Ricciardo to Lawson, he's a one-man spree. So here's to Liam with a beer and a side. 2 races down and a wide-eye try. Max keeps winning that Dutch tornado. Red Bull's second seat, a big oh no.
Like a shooting star, the engines roar. the dream. Speed and drama every turn on NFR, the rubber burns. Feel the thrill of every bend, where the champions transcend. Feel the power at NFR, burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR, only friend. Like Fernando calls the play on NFR every race day. Commentary sharp and loud, hyping up the roaring crowd. Feel the power at NFR, burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR, only friend. And now Fernando calls the play on NFR at race day. Commentary sharp and loud, hyping up the roaring crowd. Feel the power at NFR, burning tracks, driving far, where the races never end. NFR, only friend. Deaf Queen, the top support scene, in the crowd where speed is keen. NFR, the place to be. Join the race, watch and see.
I am stupid. I am stupid. I switch off everything.
Lights out, engines roar. Sunday night, we want more. Speed kings racing on the track. Feel the thrill, no turning back. Drivers chase, the trophy gleams. 6 p.m., the race of dreams. Corners tight, they grip and slide. Feel the rush, take it in stride. SKR, we're racing high, burning rubber, reaching sky. Drama twists and turns galore. Speed kings racing, we want more. It stops fast, the team's on fire, chasing down their heart's desire. Highs and lows, we're on the edge. Feel the speed, no time to hedge. Rivalries, the fierce battle's fought. Every move, it's natural or not. Lightning fast, they glide and weave. All the fans, they can't believe. SKR, we're racing high, burning rubber, reaching sky. Drama twists and turns galore. Speed kings racing, we want more. Rivalries, the fierce battles fought. Every move, it's natural or not. Lightning fast, they glide and weave. All the fans, they can't believe. SKR, we're racing high, burning rubber, reaching sky. Drama twists and turns galore. Speed kings racing, we want more.
Well, gather round, folks, let me spin you a tale about a race car driver, George Russell by name. He's quick on the track, but don't get too excited, 'cause when it comes to greatness, well, he's not quite knighted. He's good, but not that great. Oh George, he's got the speed, but not the fate. Oh George, he looks like Woody from Toy Story. That's no lie. And when the race goes wrong, oh how that boy can cry. He's got the helmet, he's got the car, but when it comes to win, he's not quite up to par. He's got the look like Woody with a cowboy hat, but when he's in the pit, you'll see him shed a tear stack. Now don't get me wrong, he's got some skill, but when you're talking about the best, he's not in that mill. He'll race you hard, give you quite the fright, but in the end, he's more known for his tears at night. He's good, but not that great. Oh George, he's got the speed, but not the fate. Oh George, he looks like Woody from Toy Story. That's no lie. And when the race goes wrong, oh how that boy can cry. So here's to George, with his heart on his sleeve. In the world of Formula One, he's got a lot to achieve. He might not be the champ, but he sure is fun. So let's give a cheer for George, our Woody on the run. He's good, but not that great. Oh George, he's got the speed, but not the fate. Oh George, he looks like Woody from Toy Story. That's no lie. And when the race goes wrong, oh how that boy can cry. So here's to George, with his heart on his sleeve. In the world of Formula One, he's got a lot to achieve. He might not be the champ, but he sure is fun. So let's give a cheer for George, our Woody on the run.
In the quiet lanes of Silverstone town, folks are whispering about a boy falling down. Got a seat from his daddy, money's the king. Driving that Williams ain't like riding free. Tires spin, engines roar, but the podium's far. His wheels hit the gravel, now there's damage to the car. Got the world at his feet, yet he fumbles the lead. His dreams race away, but he's not in the speed. Daddy's money, daddy's ride, crashing dreams, nowhere to hide. Bought him a name that can't buy a skill. Lance keeps trying, but the track's all uphill. Now he's got his own team with a famous name. Aston Martin's the brand, but it's still the same shame. Every corner, every turn, the crashes unfold.
Good evening, David Croft here. Please remember to support NFR. You can do that by subscribing and hit that like.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back to NFR. Welcome back to Monday nights with League v League. Just gone past 20 past 8, and it's time to get going. Of course, tonight was a mystery circuit. Didn't know where we would be racing, not a league hosted circuit. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear the cars. Using another mic, it's a slightly more complicated setup, so just let me know if you can hear me. So there we go. Hopefully you can hear me now. A few drivers already out on the circuit for out laps, wanting to get out there early. Of course, we have been doing a few street circuits of late. SKR was in Monaco last night. SAFRL will be in Monaco tomorrow night. But tonight, we're somewhere quite different. Still a street circuit. Nothing like Monaco. There we go. Guys, just let me know how do the cars sound. Like, according to my voice, are the cars too loud? Is the voice too loud? Need to make a few sound adjustments because, well, this is a new setup. We're looking at Virus. It's one of the SKR drivers. Member in the League v League. We do things a little differently. Of course, in your normal league, you have your 10 teams of 2 drivers each. You have a drivers' championship and a constructors' championship between you and your teammate. In League v League, it's somewhat different. There is no driver championship. It's all about the teams. The teams are not just 2. They're made up of 4. 4 leagues come together, 4 drivers from each, giving you a total of 16. The other 4 spots are taken up by engineers, 1 for each league. So the drivers can have that little bit more information about what's happening around the circuit. Virus still out on circuit. He's going to be one of the first men to set his lap time. Another man that's going for his lap time. 4QM8 driver Tian. Of course, 4QM8, they made quite the resurgence in this championship. Virus goes over the line, 132.8. It's the first lap time we've seen this evening. It's the first benchmark we've got. How much will these lap times fall before the evening is over? There we go. Blade goes quickest, 31.9. Second best, 32.0. Another 31.4 this time. That's Tian. Goodness, that's a bit of a gap, isn't it? Half a second between the top 2. Still a lot of drivers looking for their first lap times. Levy and Jonas, 2 quick drivers, both on outlaps. This is France. Another very quick driver. I'd say bringing out some of their best for the final few rounds. Guys are asking for the points. There are the points. SKR 291 points, 4QM8 220 points. I think if SKR were to have a very, very strong showing tonight, I think they could wrap this up. If they have a bad showing and 4QM8 have a good showing, well, it's all going down to the final round. You're looking at France, one of the LSA drivers, one of the drivers who became quite accustomed to driving at the front of the field in Season 1 of League v League. But LSA not able to defend their championship, their League v League title. It's going to go another way. Will it go the way of SKR? Will it go the way of 4QM8? Revolution, the poor pole, doesn't last. If you're referring to the poll in the comment section, well, we put a poll in the comment section every League v League asking who you'll be supporting tonight, and well, on this channel it seems to be quite the SKR channel. Jonas goes quickest, and will you look at that? I thought the 31.4 was quick. No, it's not. New fastest time, 30.8. Everybody else, get back in your car. Get back on the tarmac. Lots of work to be done. Revolution's not talking about the poll in the comment section. He's talking about the bollard at turn 1. Always disappears. Jonas, fastest driver so far, Dion P2, but he sits in the pits for now. Lam Royale and France. These are two quick drivers from the LSA League. So fast, so good, covering that second row. Martin returns to the pits, Blade on an outlap. This is Mamonga. Name we have seen on the channel before, just not commonly. Clausen also on an outlap. Virus on an outlap. A lot of those drivers have already done their initial run. Only one driver yet to set a lap time, and that is Spinnacle. Jonas out on circuit. Let's bring up some stats for you at home. And that's why I said it. I said it in the comment section. When they announced it was Vegas, I said it was the upside down pig. Look at that track map. It's an upside down pig. You don't want to be doing that. A little bit too much weaving. Took a bit of the wall with him. Lam Royale in the pits, as is France. France has actually just emerged from the pits. Martin on an outlap. Blade on an outlap. Mamonga in the pits. Who's on a quick lap? Teddy Bear 32.1, but he's done multiple laps on those tyres. That means lap time can only come down when he goes out with a fresh set with much less fuel in the car. He'll have more in it. Quickest man out on circuit remains in the pits for now. That's Jonas. This is the man in P2 looking to do something a little better than what he did the first time. First time he did a 31.4. It was good enough for provisional pole at the time. But Jonas has since taken that away from him. And it's not going to be easy to take it back. 130.8, next best 131.46 tenths of a second is what Tian will be looking for. And it's not going to be on that lap because he's backed off. This is France on an out lap. It's going to be an interesting race. We haven't seen LSA perform too well this season, but I'm seeing a lot of white and purple cars at the top of the field. Bringing up that championship again, SKR 291, 4QMA 220. Those are the two that I think are still in line for this League V League Championship. LSA 145 and Fusion 114. Looking like, hoping they can still steal that third place away. Jonas remains in the pits. Blade has since taken P2 away, but only just 31.3. Goes a tenth better than Tian. At the moment, it's Blade for Fusion in P2. League that would love all the points on offer. Martin 31.6, another one of the SKR drivers. You can see the SKR cars black with a touch of green. LSA the white and purple livery that they carried over from season 1. Going through all the liveries. See there, glass in the black and gold. There's another black and gold going by. That's 4QM8. Just by the way, I have no idea what's going on in my chat. There's a foreign language being spoken. Didn't know I had Dutch viewers. They must be a bunch of Max Verstappen fans. Jonas still the quickest, and that was with that initial time. He's been in the pits ever since, 30.8. But France, that's as close as it gets. 30.9 to the 30.8, just 1/10 of a second, covers the front row. Blades return to the pits. Tian has retired from the session, so he's not going to go any quicker than that, and he's going to be hoping that nobody goes quicker than him. Revolution saying he's a McLaren fan, he's not a Dutch fan. Well, we all know McLaren fans are undercover Max Verstappen fans. That's why they wear the orange. It's got nothing to do with the papaya. In fact, I'm pretty sure Zach Brown is a Max Verstappen fan. Down the field, we've got Venom at the rear of the field. 33.4 and a 33.0 for Andre. All of these cars in the pits. Jay, we've got Otter on an outlap, Spinnercorp on an outlap, Teddy Bear on what appears to be a quick lap. Zach is a Max fan. He doesn't tell anyone. Virus currently just outside the top 10. Of course, normal point scoring format, the top 10 will all score points. 25 down to 1, the normal point scoring format, except you've got 4 cars with the ability to score points for your team. Pick up a 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a whole haul of points on the evening. And it can swing your championship very, very quickly. Just one good result, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can do that. We haven't seen that kind of dominance from a league just yet. Revolution talking about yesterday's SKR Monaco race. Interesting, yes it was. What an interesting race it was. Lots of safety cars, especially towards the end. It's the in real life Grand Prix. Well, they made a few changes to the rules. Not quite so sure how I feel about them. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about that 2 mandatory pit stops. Feels like a bit of fabrication. I don't really like it. This is Andre, currently in P15. Looking for a better time, looking for something to elevate him up the field. And if you look at those times, he doesn't really need to find that much. He's got a 33.0. He's got a couple of 32s ahead of him. Just not enjoying the Vegas layout. Seems to prefer Monaco. But at the front, it's Jonas. 30.8, set that initial lap, went into the pits, had a bit of a watch of qualifying. That's what you can do when you're that quick. He's coming back out, looking to take that lap a step further, find a few extra tenths. I don't know where he's going to find them, but he's out there looking for them. France just 1/10 slower. Come down to this final lap. He has gone purple. That was through sector 2. And now into sector 3. Is he able to keep the rest of the lap together? Revolution saying he enjoyed the mandatory 2-stop. Made for interesting tactics being used between the teams. I'm just not really a fan of when racing promotes driving slowly. Jonas over the line, 30.5. Said I didn't know where he was going to find it. He knew exactly where to find it and he found lots of it. France, 30.9, looking to take that pole position away. How much time does he have in him? Soon find out as he comes over the line. Is he able to take that time away? Oh yes he does. 1:30.3. Goodness me. France takes pole position for Vegas. Speak too soon. Lamroyal still out on track. And he seems to see if Lamroyal finds an improvement. I don't think he did. Stays in the same position. What a lap by France, definitely. Coming in right at the end there. Didn't think that 30.5 would be beaten, but it was. So there are your results. France, pole position for LSA. Then we've got Jonas, Levy, Virus. We've got Blade, Mamonga, Martin, Lamroyal, Tian. How did he land up in P9? Klaassen makes up the top 10. Then you've got Drunk Teddy Bear, P11. You got J and P12, Spinnercorp 13, Andre 14, Otter 15, and Venom will go from the rear of the field. Of course, one small change to the format between what you see in SKR and SAFRL, different here in League v League, so we do have that 5-minute break in between qualifying and the race. It just gives the drivers a little bit of extra time, make sure they get all their proper strategies locked in. All of them will be either in party chats or in Discord chats or whatever the case may be, but all these teammates will be in contact with each other and they'll be working out exactly what their plan is. Do all 4 cars go with the very same strategy? Do they split the strategy? If so, how do they plan to do so? Are you going to be racing an F125, Fernando? Well, not quite sure. I will be racing F125, I just don't think I'll be racing it here. No SAFRL, no SKR, no League v League, all of these things are way too fast for me. But I'll probably still be making my appearance on a Friday night at JPR. Everywhere else, just a little too quick. No one wants to get lapped on lap 5. I will be back with you all in just over a minute or so from now. We'll be back for the race. Remember, the driver's just taking a slightly extended break. There we go, we're back in Vegas. Hello to Pantry Star. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to League v League. Of course, we're in the middle of a break in between qualifying and the race. Just a 5-minute break for all of the drivers to get things ready. Maybe have a quick smoke break. Maybe grab a quick drink. Drink before a race? Smoke before a race? Surely not. Well, was a world champion who used to do just that. James Hunt. In fact, before every race, James Hunt would smoke a cigarette, then he would vomit, and then he would get in the car. Very strange tactics. Did lead him to a world title, regardless of all his crazy shenanigans. Beating Nicky Lauda. I think we're all ready. We want to get on with it. We want to go and race in Vegas. What kind of a race is it going to be? It's going to be straightforward from start to finish. Is it going to be marred by safety cars every couple of laps, just bringing the field back together? What's it going to be? Of course, if we wanted to make things really interesting, it could be raining in Vegas, but I don't think we're going to get that tonight. Otherwise, somebody would have said something in the comments by now. I am trying so hard to read this chat, but then every time I read the chat, the commentary goes quiet because I'm trying to do 1,000 translations in my head right now and I'm still coming out blank. There we go, that's better. That's better. Just fill the chat with SKRs. Definitely a Max Verstappen chat. Don't know what's going on. Of course, 50% distance as usual. So this will be a, how much is the Vegas Grand Prix? I think it's a 50 lap race. So this will be a 25 lap race. Around the streets of Las Vegas. Of course, Formula One can be quite greedy. So if you don't purchase an F1 ticket to the Las Vegas Grand Prix, but you happen to be in Vegas that weekend, well, they block all the viewing points. Anywhere where you'd be able to see the race without buying a ticket, they've blocked it. There was a specific part of the race circuit where nothing was blocking, and well, people literally went up and down the escalator for 2 hours so they could get a view of the circuit. Could get the dual green lights. Pantry Star there asking a question. No, I don't understand. Of course, France for that brilliant lap right at the end, taking away pole position when it almost looked certain for Jonas. Second longest race circuit on the calendar. The only circuit longer than this is Belgium at a touch over 7 kilometers. This one here 6.2, I think, 6.2 kilometers. Second longest race circuit on the calendar. Of course, some extremely high average speeds. Somebody tell me, is it just me, or is that track map really just an upside down pig? Drivers now, the attention will change. No problem, Pantry Star, you can keep going. Doesn't matter. I understand. I understand enough. There's just not going to be any Afrikaans commentary. That's not going to be happening. We don't get the best view of the start, but that's F124 for you. Not going to be on this game for much longer. See, it's going to be France versus Jonas into turn 1. More importantly, who's going to come out of turn 1 in P1. SKR, LSA side by side into turn 1, out of turn 1. Still side by side. France versus Jonas. And for now, France into the lead of the race, and again side by side. Now SKR. Oh, what a pass. What a pass around the outside. That's the sort of thing you can't do at Monaco. There's just nowhere to pass on that street circuit. Vegas is a street circuit designed very differently. Designed with those sort of overtakes in mind. That overtake was a little bit insane. Don't think I would have tried that. Very nicely done. Jonas leads the way from France. Very, very early days. It's SKR followed by LSA, followed by Fusion. Then another LSA driver. Another Fusion driver. Jonas out front, flying the SKR flag. W Jonas coming in the chat. Tian down in P9. He was looking very quick at the start of qualifying, but then we saw him retire from the session, which means his time just fell down. By the time he got going, he was started in P8 or P9. Jonas leads the way on 38.3. Now we know here on F124 the DRS so powerful on this game. And on a circuit like this, multiple straights, multiple DRS zones, just so difficult. If you're not able to break that DRS, you just tow your opponent around time and time again. Still Jonas from France, from Levy, from Momonga. He's made up a few positions at the start, up to P4, Lam Royale, P5. We've got Blade, Virus, Martin, Tian still down in P9, Klaassen making up the top 10. Close racing throughout the field, but at the front nothing's changed. 0.3 of a second. Then Momonga, he's made up another position. He's now up into the podium positions. Momonga, a name we haven't spoken about too much. Who is he? He's an LSA driver and he's going quickest. 1 minute 33. That's the fastest lap of the race so far. Let's bring up some info on the screen, see who's on what tyre. Momonga on the medium, as is the majority of the field. France, leader out front for LSA, SKR in P2. LSA P3 in this championship. SKR trying to wrap up this championship. They'd love to wrap things up tonight. Make sure next week is just for fun. Of course, for QM8, they need a good result tonight. They need an amazing result tonight so they can extend this championship into the final round. But LSA have brought their A game and they're getting very much involved in the front. Jonas from France. Then further back, you've got another LSA driver, Mamonga, then Levy for Fusion, Lam Royale, LSA. So many of those LSA drivers up the field. This is Tian, now starting to make up some ground. Said he was in P9 for a while there. Now he's starting to make some overtakes up into P6. Jonas, now the driver out front. It's been France and Jonas just trading places at the front. And while they trade places, it allows Mamonga to stay with them. In fact, he's just entered DRS. And this could make things a little bit more difficult for Jonas. He's not fighting just the one LSA driver, he's fighting two of them. Hello to Etienne as well in the comment section. Welcome to the stream. I want to say welcome to NFR, but tonight this channel is very much SKR. Poll in the chat still up. Remember to go to the poll, let me know who you're supporting tonight. 20 votes so far in the poll and SKR leads with 79%. Seems quite clear who the majority is here. Jonas still out front, France 0.3 of a second with the amount of DRS zones around this circuit. Just so difficult if you're not able to break that 1 second mark. Doesn't matter if you're quicker than your opponent. I think I heard somewhere that DRS around the circuit of Las Vegas is worth something like 0.7 a lap. And if that stat is true, well, it means that you could be 0.7 faster than the driver behind you. If he stays within DRS, you're not going quicker at all. You're just dragging him along. So in order to break DRS, not only do you have to be quicker, you have to be much quicker and even rely on a mistake from someone else. And these two at the front, they don't make that many mistakes. Why is it saying like and subscribe? That's right. Remember, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, if it's your first visit to the channel, you can sub for more of this. We do it on a Sunday, we do it on a Monday, and we do it on a Tuesday. SKR League v League, that's what you're looking at tonight, and tomorrow SAFRL. You're looking at Dion, man who didn't have the dream qualifying session, looked very, very quick in the beginning, retired early in that qualifying session, saw his 4th place drop down the order all the way down to P9. Since then, he's recovered that P4. But he's 2 seconds adrift from that lead DRS pack. Death Queen, why have you not subscribed to the channel yet? Probably the only one on here that hasn't subscribed to the channel yet. Actually, I'm pretty sure Death Queen has subscribed to the channel because my female audience is 0.2%. Fantastic. Need to get the female audience up in here. I think that means we need to get Death Queen out on circuit and not under the tag of Andre. What do you say, chat? Should we start a poll? Maybe we start a poll on the next stream. How do we get Death Queen out on circuit? Look at this. Don't know what to say. Side by side racing. You know what? After you've commentated on a race of Monaco, this is just brilliant. Didn't see that much side to side yesterday. And now we're getting our full dose. That's right, F1's always talking about getting a female driver on the grid, but they actually never do anything about it and put their money where their mouth is. Here at NFR, we're going to get a female on the grid. Going to convince Death Queen to get in the field. At the front, it's deja vu. They're still together. France and Jonas, 6/10 of a second. Tian, look at him. He's made his way up onto the podium. 2.7 seconds adrift from the DRS battle up the road. Death Queen saying she doesn't want to go out there because she's what is that word? France from Jonas. Tian, 2.5 seconds. France leads the way. Jonas, 0.4 of a second adrift. Literally just swapping positions between P1 and 2. This is going to come down to the final laps, and maybe the only thing that can separate them is the pit window. So those two cars, if you haven't noticed, they may be matching each other on the circuit, but they're on different strategies. France on the hard tyre, Jonas on the medium tyre. He should have the grip advantage, at least for now. France is able to keep him at bay, or at least stay with him. Which means France, if everything goes well and we don't have any stoppages in the race, any safety cars, well then he should have the faster tyre in the second stint of the race. Spike saying Death Queen has two aliens to teach her. Skull and Andre can put some time in there. Make sure Death Queen's doing her practice. You can't just be a good driver, you need to be a brilliant driver, because you need to still stay in the comment section. So I expect you to drive wheel in one hand, keyboard in the other. No league really dominating this race. You can just see such a mixture of cars. At the front, LSA, SKR P2, 4QM8 P3, and now France starting to get away at the front, 1.6 seconds. I wonder if Jonas made a mistake, or if those tyres are just starting to come away, because now Tian on the hard tyre, putting all sorts of pressure on the SKR man. Coming up the field, Someone who haven't spoken about too much. Last time we checked up on him, he was at the rear of the field. He's now up into P6. Spike saying Andre is an absolute beast in the race. Better than he is a qualifier. Of course, if you're familiar with MotoGP, then you'll be familiar with the name Valentino Rossi. When Valentino Rossi came to MotoGP, it was his biggest issue. He was a terrible, terrible qualifier. And if you have to go look at his early career, you'd be surprised how many races he won from outside the top 10. He would literally start races in P15, P16, and then go on to win the race. Just couldn't get that single lap pace early on in his career. Qualifying is really all about, it's fun and games. It's about ultimate pace, it's about setting the field. But we know that events within the race can mean that qualifying means absolutely nothing. We're looking at Martin, one of the SKR drivers. There's two of them there, line astern. Are they both coming into the pits? Yes, they are. It's the only problem we have here in League v League with these custom cars is you never really know who you're sharing a grid box with. There we go, that would have been a double stack. Luckily, driver got out just in time. Like I say, you don't know who you're sharing a grid box with. And sometimes you may just get unlucky with a double stack. France leads the way, Tian in P2. Then we got the Drunk Teddy. The top three drivers all started on the hard compound and they're still going around on that hard compound. The rest of the field seems to have come into the pits already. Jonas in P3 with a fresh set of hards. These next few laps are going to be all important. Is he able to use his brand new hards to go faster than France is going at the front on his 10 lap old hards? And if he's able to do that multiple laps, may find himself in front of France at the end of the pit window. But then remember, France should have the faster tyre. Mamonga, what a name, Mamonga. Sounds awesome, Mamonga. This is Virus coming under heavy pressure. The SKR driver. There we go, spam the chat. SKR. Let them know. Still 79% of the poll says they're supporting SKR tonight. Of course, leaders in the championship looking to wrap things up tonight. They'd like to get a few more of those black or green cars a little higher up the field. Side by side, Fusion, SKR. Remember, every time you see an overtake like that, every time you see some side by side action, of course, the driver that comes out on top and makes the position, well, he gets all the celebration. You say, oh wow, what an overtake, what brilliant driving. You need to remember, the driver on defense, well, he needs to drive well. He needs to drive well as well. Otherwise, that could turn into a serious collision, no matter where the attacking driver put that car. Of course, that's what Martin Brundle said in an interview about the great Ayrton Senna. He said that he'd either come past you or there'd be contact. There's another driver that follows that rule. He speaks Dutch, like my comment section. Look, Look at this, side by side, SKR, bullying a Fusion driver, but Levy will not be bullied. Holds on to his P9. Martin and Andre, see, they came into the pits. They've both got fresh set of hard tyres. They're on the move, looking to get up the field, make up overtakes while those tyres are fresh, while they're feeling good. Tian is the leader of the race. As things stand, he's got to the front and he's actually passed France. These two now battling for the lead, while Jonas is 19 seconds adrift. Depending on the racetrack, you can usually go on an average of about 20 seconds lost in a pit stop. Gap between Jonas and Tian, 19 seconds. It would be awfully close. I think we just have 3 of these drivers going right till the end. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Let me know also in the comment section, if you don't mind, how does the stream look? How's the quality of the stream? I've set it to a much shorter delay, so I should be seeing your comments a lot earlier than I used to. Used to be about a 45-second delay. Now there's about a 5-second delay. And also let me know on the sound. I'm using a new microphone. France, Tian, 13 laps now on the hard tyre. How many more laps are they going to do? And remember, keep your eyes on the gap between Jonas and these top 2. Saying W stream, W mic. That's good news. Just drunk Teddy. One of the 4 QM8 drivers. 4 QM8 would have been hoping for a brilliant round tonight, just to give them a great chance going into the final round. They do have 2 drivers up in the top 4. Teddy Bear P4, France for LSA in P2. Tian leads the way. He can't do it on his own. Going to need more of those black and gold cars. Up in the top 5. That gap 18.9 seconds. So Jonas not really making up ground on these top 2, sort of matching lap times. It's going to be very, very close when they do decide to come into the pits. I think they're going to emerge, and that battle of 2 is going to become a battle of 3. Where are your leaders? Lap 15 of 25. Surely that pit stop is going to come soon. How much longer do you extend these tyres? We saw drivers at the end there getting 8 or 9 laps out of their mediums. So might still be doing another 2 laps on these. Taking them up to 16 laps on the hard tyre. Or will they come in now? 18 seconds, 17.9 seconds is that gap, so the gap is starting to drop. One dives into the pits and the other one overtakes around the outside into the pits. 10-second penalty for France. Ooh, and I don't think he's going to be too happy with that. 10-second penalty. You can serve it at your next pit stop. If you don't have another pit stop, it's getting added on to your race time. And in a race this close, well, it means you're going to lose your position. So still France out front, Tian P2, and then there's Jonas. Told you it could become the battle of 3. Problem for Jonas now is he's on 5-lap old hards. These 2 drivers ahead of him, they're on brand new medium tyres. So at least for the next couple of laps, They should have the superior grip before those tyres start to fall away, maybe on the last lap or so. For the time being, Jonas needs to make sure he stays within DRS, that if those mediums do start to drop off towards the end, can take full advantage. Amonga in P4. Look at the gap. Look at the gap between the top three. They're just in a race of their own. 9 seconds down to P4. Blade P5, Lam Royale, another LSA car. Virus P7. LSA and Fusion at it again. Wheel to wheel action. Guys want to watch the leaders. I give the leaders as much footage as I can. Sometimes so much action happening in the midfield that we're just not aware of. Brilliant racing, side by side racing, and then I say that and, well, commentators curse. It happens. It's true. Commentators curse is real. Martin does well to hold on to things. France at the front, 0.8 of a second, hasn't quite managed to break DRS just yet. Tian very close behind in P3. France will know it's crucial to break DRS. The only chance France has here is if we get a safety car and they were all to come in, he could serve that 10-second penalty. Sort of get away with it. But if we don't get any safety cars till the end of the race, and he does, I don't think he's going to pit again. 10 seconds will be added. As things stand, that would put him in P3. Big gap down to the rest of the field. That is a really nasty penalty. If it's a 3-second penalty, you still think maybe if I get out front, if I break DRS, if I put in some stunning laps, maybe I can get 3 seconds ahead, cancel this penalty out. But when it's 10 seconds and you're racing these guys, it's almost impossible. The only way it can happen is with the misfortune of others. We go now to the driver at the rear of the field because we don't know what happened to the driver at the rear of the field. Andre is now down in P15. He was making up ground. He's now on 10 lap old mediums at the rear of the field. Try have a look at that wing. Does he have both sides of it? Appears to be the case. He's got all his end plates. He hasn't made a recent pit stop because there's 10 laps on those mediums, so must have been a big mistake. Guys are saying a disconnect. Seems to be back in the car for now. He's coming into the pits. France versus SKR. Jonas back out front. SKR want the maximum points. Doesn't matter that they're leading the championship. Again, side by side. How many times can I say side by side? It's happening in the midfield. It's happening at the front. And the more these two battle, the more the third car is able to get involved. Death Queen just confirming it was a disconnect. Of course, last week I was having serious internet problems of my own. 2 terrible streams last week. Jumpy stuff. Today things seem to be working. France now picks up a 3-second penalty. That's going to take him up to 13. The KFC Wi-Fi. That's right, Visor. the KFC Wi-Fi. I think the worst Wi-Fi I ever had was, surprisingly, in Washington DC in the United States. That was shocking. Stayed at a hotel in Washington and their internet speed was a total of a meg. Lovely. Hungry Lion Wi-Fi. Okay, I know that. That's next level. Hungry Lion Wi-Fi is still based on ADSL. Is that what it's called? I'm not even sure. Was it called ADSL? I think it was called ADSL. Dion leads the way from France. He's been so competitive. They've been so close in pace, just matching each other lap after lap. That's why this penalty is such a dampener. You don't want to see it like that. You don't even want to win races like that. When you're so close to your competitor, you want to beat him out on track. I want it to come down to a penalty. But France will be in P3 if we don't get a safety car, because the gap down to P4 is 14 seconds. Really, the challenge here for the win is between the two drivers without penalties in that top three. Tian leads the way. Jonas in P3, the other contender for the victory, but unfortunately he's got France in between them, which means he's going to have to make the one overtake, and then only can he go and attack Tian. France quickest lap of the race. This will just be annoying him. This will just be annoying him. He's got the speed to stay with the leader, to pass the leader. He's got the speed to set fastest laps. But he knows that those penalties will be the determining factor in where he finishes tonight. Looking at one of the Fusion drivers, Blade in P6. And another SKR driver, Virus, P7. Getting a handful of points for his team, Levy Fusion, then Spinnercorp, LSA. Another SKR driver in the points, Martin in P10. We just have the one SKR driver outside the points, if I'm not mistaken. It's just Andre. And he'll be hoping for a late safety car. Just hope he doesn't cause it. I think there's fewer penalties on this screen than we saw in Monaco last night. It's the quality of driving, quality of drivers. Quality of League v League. Dion and France, such a battle on the racetrack, but we know it's not a battle in the timesheets. France gets back in front, Dion into P2, and now this might give Jonas a chance. He doesn't have the LSA car in between them anymore, but he does have a 1.3 second gap, which means he's outside of DRS. Oh, and we've had a disconnect. Or have we? Thought we had a disconnect for a moment. Tian just ghosted, but seems to be back in order. I think he may have just lost a bit of time there. You can see 1.2 seconds to France. Just a little mistake. And that has allowed Jonas right into the DRS again. SKR still on the cards for a victory. May not look that way on track, but in the timesheets, they're just a second off the lead. Mamonga doing a great job to hold on to P4. He's doing enough to get away from the drivers behind, but he's not doing enough to catch the drivers ahead. That just means you're having a lonely race. He's not too worried about his mirrors. He's got a lengthy gap and then an 18-second gap to the drivers in front. Clean air all the way. This will be one of the final rounds of F124 on this channel. Of course, most of the leagues, I believe all of the leagues, moving over to F125 for their new seasons. And hopefully they give us a little something different in the spectator mode, like maybe, I don't know, something a commentator should know, like the weather. In fact, spectator mode on the F1 game has had the exact 2 camera angles since F1 2017. Do something, please. For me and for the viewers. There we go, lap 23 of 25. No safety car, says Visor. Absolutely around the streets of Vegas. Not only is it a street circuit, it's the fastest street circuit you'll ever see. Not a lot of runoff, lots of barriers. Just had the 2 DNFs. No safety cars in this race. Lots of wheel-to-wheel action. Still France from Tian, from Jonas. 1.1 seconds, just crucially outside that DRS. But he'll be doing everything he can to get within the DRS, using all the battery he has available. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have much battery available. And France just wants to stay in front, wants to win it on the racetrack, knows the penalties will take it away, but it's the racer's mentality. You're not going to settle for P3 on the racetrack. You might finish there in the timesheets, but on the track, you're going to win it. France from Tian, 24 of 25. This race has absolutely flown by. There's been absolutely no stoppages, no virtual safety cars, no safety cars, almost no cautions really. What a clean race. In fact, it's been so quick. We usually start racing at about 8 PM. We get finished at about this time. Today we started late, 20 past 8. It's 9 and we're almost done. Tian leads the way, France in P2, Jonas. He's just gone backwards at the wrong time, hasn't he? Thought it might go the other way around, thought those mediums might start to fall off towards the end and the track might come to the hard runners. That hasn't been the case. They've been able to pull away from Jonas. He will secure P2 because of that penalty to France. But over the line, Tian wants to do it on the race circuit, not rely on the penalty. 25 of 25 and these two still together. Tian will be thinking what could have been if he had started up the field. Remember, started from P9. I think not only will he be the winner, probably also going to take that driver of the day. Tian, France, Jonas. And here we go. It's going to be 4 QM8 over the line in P1. Or is it? LSA to the inside. France is going to take it on the racetrack. Is he? No, he couldn't get it stopped. Tian takes it. Jonas P2. France P3. He's going to be able to hold on to that podium because the top three was so far ahead of everybody else. Here is Mamonga. He's about to go over the line. Lam Royale just behind him. So the two LSA drivers picking up points. Nice night for scoring points if you are the LSA team. This is Levy for Fusion. He's still fighting to keep that P8. Spinnakup just behind him. Oh, so close. The final point. Final point. It's going to go to Fusion. Venom started right at the back. He's going to get a point out of it. Now we wait for the driver of the day. Almost certain I know who it is. And there we go. Tian, driver of the day, started in P9, went on to win the race. What a drive. There we go, the South African flag on the podium. Not since Jody Scheckter, and I can tell you the flag looked a little different. So Tian takes the victory. Jonas in P2. France, what could have been? Those penalties, we'll never know. Mamonga, he took P4, best of the rest. Blade P5, Virus P6, Lam Royale P7, Levy P8. Then you've got Spinnacle P9 and Venom taking that final point. Good drive from Venom. Started down the field in P16. Then no points on the night for Martin, Drunk Teddy, Jay, Andre, and the two retirements, Otter and Klaassen.
Good evening.
Oh wow, I didn't switch those off. Fantastic. So I didn't switch those off. Fantastic. Still getting used to a new setup. So that was League v League. Of course, folks, we have just one more round of League v League. How quickly this championship has gone. There is your calendar. Tonight, that was round 9. That was your mystery race. We have one more to go. It's where all seasons are meant to end. Abu Dhabi. Of course, I hope you all enjoyed tonight's race. I hope you all enjoyed League v League, and I hope you're all going to come back for the finale next week. Hopefully I don't have to wait till then. Hopefully I'll see you all here tomorrow. Of course, we return tomorrow night for the SAFRL Championship. They're also going to be on a street circuit, just a slightly different one. We're back to Monaco tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So everyone in the chat, thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, remember to subscribe. And of course, if you've been here many times before, remember to hit that like button before you go. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Till then, thank you everyone. Cheers.
And Jack ain't coming back. Miami Grand Prix thought he'd make a mark. Turn one, lap one, sent Liam Lawson to the dark. Penalty stacked, his license near shot. Speeding in the pits, fines hit the lot. Alpine's Cash took a hit from a spree. Boss Solly Oak said, Jack, you're killing me. Franco Colapinto with bucks and a smile. Snagged Jack's seat, sent him back in exile. Fans online are cackling, saying Jack's a bust. 6 races, no points made. You're eating dust. Oh, Jack ain't coming back. He's done, mate. Crashed that car, sealed his F1 fate. 0 points, left skid marks on the track. Frank goes in, and Jack ain't coming back. Jack swore he'd push like a dingo on fire, but his car's in scraps and his dreams retired. Back to reserve, just a spare in the shed. F1 chewed him up, left his hopes for dead. Here's to Jack with a grin and a cheer. Your F1 run was a wild outback steer. Aussie battler, you gave it a crack, but them crashes prove Jack ain't coming back. Oi, mate. Oh, Jack ain't coming back. He's done, oi, mate. Crashed that car, sealed his F1 fate. 0 points, left skid marks on the track. Frank goes in, and Jack ain't coming back. Oi, mate.
He roared onto the scene, a rookie with a dream. McLaren's golden boy, fastest we'd ever seen. His first season was fire, left the vets in the dust. Won that championship in 08, man, that kid was a must. From Mercedes to the top, he was king of the track. Silver arrows in his hands, ain't no looking back. Oh, Lewis, you were flying, tires screaming in the sun, dominating every race. Yeah, you won and won and won, but Abu Dhabi broke your heart. Mozzie's call still stings. Now you're chasing dreams in red, but your Ferrari ain't got wings. At Mercedes he was gold, stacking titles like a boss. Rosberg gave him headaches, but he still came across. Then Bottas rolled in, just a sidekick in the race. Lewis mowed him down with that champion's poker face. But then came 21, Abu Dhabi's cruel twist. Mossie's name's in his nightmares, man, he's still so pissed. Lost that 8th world title, it haunts him to this day. Now he's singing sad old blues, while Max just drives away. Oh, Lewis, you were flying, tires screaming in the sun, dominating every race. Yeah, you won and won and won, but Abu Dhabi broke your heart. Mozzie's call still stings. Now you're chasing dreams in red, but your Ferrari ain't got wings. He said, Ferrari's my mission, I'll bring them back to glory, but the Tifosi's waiting for a different kind of story. That red car's a clunker, it's sputtering and slow. Fans are whispering washed up, and it's starting to show. He strutted into Maranello, thought he'd rule the grid, but that Ferrari's like a mule, can't do what he did. The anticipation fizzled, now the critics all agree. Lewis, you're a legend, but your prime's history. Oh, Lewis, you were flying, tires screaming in the sun, dominating every race. Yeah, you won and won and won, but Abu Dhabi broke your heart. Mozzie's call still stings. Now you're chasing dreams in red, but your Ferrari ain't got wings. So here's to you, Sir Lewis, with your titles and your fame. You'll always be a hero, but this ain't your game. Trade that helmet for a Stetson, sing a country tune instead, 'cause your Ferrari's running on fumes, and your racing days are dead. Engines roar on Monte Carlo streets, Lando's on pull,
feel the heartbeats beat. McLaren's orange, shining in the sun. The Monaco dream, yeah, he's just begun. From Australia's wind to this tight track, he's chasing the crown, ain't no looking back. 2 stops to make, it's the new game rule. Strategy's tight, gotta keep it cool. Leclerc's right there, hometown heroes fight, but Lando's got the fire to ignite the night. Orlando, Monaco king, pull to the flag, hear the engine sing. Fastest lap, he's breaking the mold. Norris takes the crown on these streets of gold. Monaco, baby, he screams to the sky. McLaren's on top, watch the papaya fly. Verstappen's out front, playing the long game. Holding up the pack, it's a tactical aim. Lap 77, he dives to the pit. Lando breaks free, now he's leading it. Leclerc's in his mirrors.
I am stupid. I am stupid. I switch off everything.
Stays calm, he's the boss, no stress. 2-stop chaos, teams play their hand. Williams and Bull stacking up the plan. Piastri's right there, teammate holding strong. But Lando's the star of this Monaco song. Orlando, Monaco king. Roll to the flag, hear the engine sing. Fastest lap, he's breaking the mold. Norris takes the crown on these streets of gold. Monaco, baby, he screams to the sky. McLaren's on top, watch the papaya fly. Red flags, yellows, none came today, but the walls were close, kept the fear in play. Gasly's out early, Sainz pulls aside. Norris holds steady with his team by his side. Zach Brown's beaming, trophy in hand. 16 for McLaren, ruling this land. Orlando, Monaco king, pull to the flag, hear the engine sing. Fastest lap, he's breaking the mold. Norris takes the crown on these streets of gold. Monaco, baby, he screams to the sky. McLaren's on top, watch the papaya fly. 3 points to Piastri, the title's in sight. Lando's got the hunger burning bright tonight. From Rascus to the hairpin, he carved his name. Monaco's his in the Formula One game.